Hello wonderful people of YouTube land, Lumpy Ice Cream here. Today I'm coming at you with a spoiler-free review of Captain America Civil War. I'm going to start doing this for movies now. I'm going to give you a spoiler-free review here on the Solo channel, and then Hella Tim and I will cover it on Fic Plus Him Productions. We'll go full spoilers with the Nerd Track podcast, which we're going to sit down later today and do the Civil War podcast. We're going to be joined by Discom. I believe that's the name he goes by. We were going to be joined by Dragonol, but he's had to drop out. So, yeah, I'm not going to say tune in later today for that, because I still have a few episodes of the podcast to edit before I get to that one. But I'd say probably expect it sometime next week. If not that, then the week after. Yeah, so the movie. I had heard all the reviews going in that it was the best Marvel movie to date. I did not let that sway my opinion. This movie, I didn't go in expecting it to be the best or expecting it to be the worst. I went in very neutral, because I guess to truly love this movie, you need to have truly loved Winter Soldier, which I did not. Although I enjoyed Winter Soldier because it took a detour from that Marvel tone that's kind of growing a little stale at this point. This movie is very much like that. I enjoyed it more. I enjoyed the tone more with this one than I did with Winter Soldier. It just wasn't catering to my demographic, I guess. The whole espionage kind of political thriller aspect of the film just didn't I wouldn't say sit right with me. A good example of a tone that I thought was really good was Ant-Man. That was a really good heist movie mixed with the superhero genre. And while Winter Soldier's tone worked, it just wasn't to my liking. This one, there's a lot more of that superhero stuff. It's still very political thriller kind of stuff. But I really do love this movie. Well, I wouldn't say love. I'm very indifferent on it at this point. There was a lot to take in. It was certainly great. I will say that. It was. I'm stumbling over my words because I don't know what to think of this movie at this point. I honestly don't. I definitely need to see it a second time, which I will be doing this coming Monday with my brother, who didn't get to come see it yesterday. But yeah, I don't know what to think. There was so much to take in. I didn't hate the experience by any means. So there were certain things that I didn't necessarily agree with. I'm like, that's a little... This isn't a spoiler, but the movie takes place over several locations, you know, different countries. And whenever they would go to those locations, on the screen they would have the name of the place. Like, it would take up the entire fucking screen. And it annoyed me. It annoyed Dragonol. It annoyed Discom. I don't know if it annoyed Tim. But yeah, it annoyed me. It was really jarring, them just popping up on the screen like that. If they had the little subtitle at the bottom, it'd be fine. But it just pops up, takes up the whole screen. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you'll know when you see the movie. It was very distracting and very annoying. Crossbones, I wouldn't consider this a spoiler, because, I mean, he is essentially the Rhino villain. He shows up at the start, and, yeah, he's the villain for the opening. He's like, no, sorry, that's a bad analogy, because Rhino came in at the end. He was Alexis Savage at the start, but he's more like Batroc the Leaper from Winter Soldier. So, I wouldn't consider that a spoiler, because I think everyone had kind of known that going in, due to the limited time we saw him in the trailer. So, yeah, but he does play like a pretty big part, I guess, in this. One thing I was worried about. I was worried that the way they were going to put these people on the teams was going to feel unnatural. It was going to feel very forced, like they were trying to push a square peg through a round hole. I am happy to say that was not the case. All of the people who were on these teams had sound justification for why they were on the teams. I'll get into more detail with that in that review. Helmut Zemo. He's kind of pointless in this movie. I mean, he does kind of bring the whole thing together, and I think they said that his purpose in this movie is mainly to set up for the future, which I got that hint. So we may see him in the future. I'm not, well, I won't say that, because I guess it's kind of getting into spoiler territory. But yeah, his purpose in the movie, you know, kind of sets off the whole thing. So, yeah, it's very Dawn of Justice, I think. It's basic. I'm not going to say it's a rip-off, because, it's like The Force Awakens. The plotline of that kind of follows A New Hope to a degree, but it also puts on a bunch of stuff on top of that. And this is like this. Dawn of Justice and Civil War kind of follow the same plot threads, but with a bunch of different shit between the two. Would I say it's the best Marvel movie? I can't say that at this time. Again, there was so much to take in. I'm definitely going to have to see it a second time, which I will. Spider-Man. Highlight of the fucking movie. Tom Holland knocked it out of the park. No pun. Pun not intended. No. The costume. Now, in the trailer, I thought that costume looks really cool. At the time, my favorite costume was the Amazing Spider-Man suit. I loved all of the changes they made to that, and I just thought that was a really nice looking suit. Coming out of Civil War, I think that suit might be my favorite. Andrew Garfield is still my Spider-Man. I just really loved his portrayal of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Tom Holland could potentially beat that once Homecoming comes out. So yeah. Yeah, I guess this is the end of the spoiler for. As you can tell, I'm not exactly good with doing spoiler free. I find it very hard to, like, you know, say what I'm gonna say and try and tiptoe around spoilers, and then trying to figure out, you know, what people would consider, because people, you get the people who like, I don't want to know anything. I don't know. I'm not watching the trailers. I'm not watching anything. Shut up about everything. And then there's the people that, you know, kind of let some stuff slip. You know, it's just like, okay, I can know bits and pieces. Like me, I stayed away from the TV spots. I'm thinking of starting to watch a handful of trailers, like maybe the first two, or... No, okay. What I'm probably going to start doing is, I'll watch a trailer, and I'll watch all the trailers that come out. But if there's a trailer that's released that I feel that kind of spoiled something, I'm going to stop. But, whatever. That's irrelevant. So yeah, that's my spoiler-free review of Civil War. At this stage, I don't know what score to give it. I really don't. It's a really hard, I can't say 10 out of 10, but I can't say anything else. It's really weird. I can't pinpoint a score. Maybe later, once I've discussed it, you know, with Tim and Discom, we'll see. But I don't know. I'll post another video after this on Monday, probably. Once I've seen it again, once I've formed more of an opinion on it. But yeah, guys, that's it. Let me know what you thought of Captain America Civil War if you've seen it. If you haven't, you know, come back once you've seen it. Let me know what you thought. But yeah, guys, until next time, before I leave, head on over to the channel, guys. I just posted, me and Rob playing Star Wars Lego, or Lego Star Wars, whichever way you prefer. And the other day I posted, the 3 years, celebration video, and, a bunch of announcements I dropped in that video. Please go check that out. And also, please go check out the teaser for Gonna Get You 2, one way or another. Please go check that out. But we're going to put a lot of effort into doing this project. But yeah, guys, I thank you all for watching. Until next time, take care, and farewell.